Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Twisile. I am here to provide you with realistic and reliable information about how to move to and settle in Germany. I'm here to help you awaken to opportunities in Germany that will enable you to unleash your potential. And in this video, honestly, it's going to be a long video, so please get something to drink. I have something myself here. I have my tea. I'm a tea drinker. And I also have my laptop, so I'll be looking down from time to time because I feel that this is a very important video about how to learn German. In my previous video, I talked about why it's important to learn German and the motivations, the reasons why. And in this video, it's really about how can you learn a new language? So get yourself something to drink, be comfortable, lean back, enjoy yourself. It's going to be longer than the other videos. So please chill, relax. So we're going to talk about how and where you can learn German. So let's start. All right. So like I said, I have my laptop here and I honestly just want to explain to you really the very most important things. First of all, first things first, disclaimer, I'm providing you with general information that you should use as a launching pad. This is going to help you start off. This is not the alpha and the omega of all the information about how to learn German and where to learn it. This is just a starting point for you. This is the A of all these other letters that you have to follow to Z. Please remember that. And also, I do perform one-on-one help, like one-on-one help, one-on-one coaching. There's a link in my description box. There's a link also in my channel description. Feel free, if you need one-on-one help, to contact me, to make an appointment with me so that we can discuss what is more suitable for your background, what is more suitable for you. And then the last point I would like to mention is that this video does not contain any paid promotion. So any companies or institutions I'll mention, they have not given me money to tell you about this. They have not doing that yet. So do not worry. Like, I am not getting anything out of this except for the joy of sharing this information with you. So please keep those points in mind. So let's start and get into this video. I've learned a lot of foreign languages. English is actually a foreign language because I think the first words that I spoke were probably Bamba, but I don't count it as a foreign language because I didn't have to learn it the way I'm learning or the way I learned the other languages. I've had to learn French. I've also learned Spanish. I learned Dutch to study university in Belgium. And then I learned German to live in Germany. So I have an understanding. I'm not sharing this information as somebody who doesn't know this. I've actually gone through it, and I'm also sharing tips about how I learned Dutch, how I learned German. So I know where you're coming from. Don't think that I'm just here chilling, giving you nice information. It's things that I practice with. So the very first things is the characteristics that you need to learn a new language. You need motivation. You need to know why you're doing this. If you're just doing it for the sake of doing it, if you're just like, let's see, maybe I move to Germany, maybe I get there, good luck. I learned Dutch because I needed to study in university in Belgium. My parents told me, this is where you're going to study, and I needed to learn Dutch for my studies. There were only like 2 bachelor programs, which were philosophy and religion, and maybe economics that you could do in English. But all the other bachelors were in Dutch. And so it meant I needed to learn Dutch. I did intensive course Dutch in Belgium. And the characteristics that I had and that helped me to learn the language quickly and to learn the language well were motivation. I knew why. I knew that if I didn't learn this language, I couldn't study in Belgium. I couldn't make it through university. So know why you're doing it in the very first place. The motivation is very, very important. The second thing is you need to be determined. Determined because at some point you will not pass the exams and you have to redo the exams. And if you're not determined, you'll be like, I tried once. Why should I try again? You need to be determined. It's not easy to learn a language. You will not, it won't be quick, you know. You need to be determined. Even if you fail, that you do it again until you pass. And you need patience as well. It won't come quickly, especially if you're coming from a native language that is not a Germanic language. If you're not an English speaker or a Dutch speaker or all the other Germanic languages. If you're more like a French speaker or Portuguese speaker, Spanish speaker, it's harder, but it's not impossible. So you just need to be patient with yourself and you need to practice. Practice, practice, practice. Speak with natives. There's so many ways you can be in contact with native speakers online or in person. Maybe there's an institute or there's like a language school where you stay. Practice, practice. Read, watch TV in German. There's so many videos online or movies online that are just German or just in German language. There are just so many news articles. There's so many things. So you need to practice not only doing it daily, like learning daily, but you also need to practice it daily, either listening to German music or listening to German news, whatever it is, you just need that practice. So the characteristics are so important. You need that motivation, you need that determination, and you need patience and practice. Number two, language levels. So there's different language levels, and I think you've noticed in my previous videos, I maybe mentioned A1, B2, all these levels, and you're like, what are these things? Here's a box. They are three groups. There are three groups of levels. There's the elementary level, which is A1 and A2. This is really beginner. This means you can just do like everyday conversations. You can talk about yourself, you can talk about your family, you can talk about where you stay, things like that, your hobbies. And then there's the intermediate usage. This is B1 to B2. And this is what's normally required for studies or for work, or just for vocational training. This is what's required for things like au pairing. You need A1, A2. So that's more beginner. But the more you want to do things like work and stuff, they need a more intermediate usage. And this means you can speak to natives without having difficulties, that you can have a smooth conversation. And that's where I'm actually right now. I'm B1, B2 level. And then there's the more advanced levels, which are C1, C2. C1 meaning you're proficient, you can speak smoothly, you can also read complex text, abstract texts as well. And C2 is like you speak like a native. There is literally no difference between a German and you. So those are the different levels. And to be honest, most visa requirements are B1, B2. There are visas like the au pair visa or volunteering, which can go with A1, A2. Or if you're doing a family reunion with your spouse or something like that, A1, A2 is sufficient. But for work or for studies, you need B1, B2 level. So it's important just to keep those in mind. And the third point I want to mention is that you need certificates from an ALTE recognized institute, like the Gotha Institute. ALTE stands for Association of Language Testers in Europe. So these certificates are recognized, and they practically, how can I explain it? It's like if you were to do a test here and someone tested, they wouldn't know like, is this person really A1? So it's like an association of testers where they say like, this is the standard. This person really has A1 level. So it's important to keep that in mind. The embassy might not, probably will not. You have to check on your own country embassy website, but probably they'll not accept any certificate. They really want these ALTE standardized certificates for you for your visa application. So that's also one thing that you should consider about how to learn German. So where can you learn German? There are honestly many possibilities online. I personally learned German when I was in Belgium at a language school, and I prefer that. That's also how I learned Dutch. I learned it at a language school. There were other people learning with me. I got to see them. I got to go there. I knew that this time and that time I had Dutch. But not every country has these language institutes. So there's possibilities to do it in person if it's possible in your country, or there's possibilities for you to do it online. And I would like to start first with the language schools. The recognized language school is the Gotha Institute for Learning German. This is a German institute. They've been teaching German for years. They have a lot of experience, and actually they're represented in 98 countries, and they have over 158 locations where you can learn German at a high level. Here is their website. You can also look if there's German in your country. I know, for example, we don't have the Gotha Institute, unfortunately, in Malawi and in Zambia, which really sucks. I think we should change that. I'm working on changing that. I really hope that changes in the future because it really just prevents you from having such a great quality of learning standards. So the recognized language school is the Gotha Institute, and there are numerous websites. So the Gotha Institute itself also provides you with learning in person or learning online. This is where you can go to learn online. You can also practice your German for free. I'll put the link below as well, where you can practice your German for free with the Gotha Institute. And one important thing is that you can also test your German. So if you're just starting, or if you have maybe done self-study for yourself and you just want to see before you pay all that money for the exam, you can just test your German to see where am I standing and which level should I start in. Do I have some knowledge? Do I have nothing at all? You can also test your German. So number one, again, the Gotha Institute does offer online lessons that you should pay for, but they also offer online free German as well. Another free website is the Deutsche Welle. This one is from Germany as well, and you can learn German for free. This is an overview. There's a different, as you can see, they have the different levels as well, A1 to A2. They also provide you with the opportunity to test your knowledge for German and just see where your German level is. This is great. I use this myself as well. They have different levels. They have different ways that you can learn German with videos, with stuff, but you need just good internet at the end of the day. And then there's also Lingoda. This was some app that was suggested to me. I don't know a lot about it, but I know that a lot of people use it. So do check it out as well. Do your own research. Like I said, this is just a launching pad for you. And then there's the apps. So like I said, there's the language schools websites, there's apps. An app that is recognized in Germany is Ankommen. This will help you learn German. It will also help you learn cultural things about Germany, about work, and all those things. So I would recommend you to download the Ankommen app. I don't know, it might be that it's not available in your Google Play Store. Some apps are not available depending on the region. So just keep that in mind. There's also the Buzu app. I think you pronounce it as Buzu. There's also Lingoni as well. These are the apps I could recommend you. Again, do your own research, please. This is just a starting for you. And like I said, the ones I can really, really recommend for you are Gotha Institute, either in person or online. It's expensive, but it's worth it. Or you can also do self-study with the Deutsche Welle. Or otherwise, just ask around. Maybe call the embassy and ask them, do you know somebody who's teaching in my country? You don't have a Gotha Institute and I really want to learn German. Just do your own personal research. There are also YouTube channels that are specifically dedicated to teaching you about German. There's one that I really recommend, Easy German. This one, what I like about it is that they have the English subtitles and you can listen to German and follow in English. And they also have different like grammar explanations and things like that. So please check it out. If it fits you, your personality, you're welcome. So let me just summarize where you can learn German. You can learn German in person at a Gotha Institute. Check the website to see if it's available in your country. I know that in countries like Zambia, it's not available. Two, Gotha Institute also provides language courses online. They are expensive, but they are worth it because this is also where you do the examinations. You can also do German on the Deutsche Welle website. You can do self-study, and then all that you have to do is pay for the test at a Gotha Institute. So in that way, you save money. Or you can also use apps or YouTube channels, whatever suits you. So what should you think about? The exam tests your reading, speaking, listening. So you listen and then you have to answer questions. So maybe it will be like you listen about somebody going grocery shopping and then, or they're going to the market and they say, I want to buy 2 tomatoes. Ich möchte 2 Tomaten kaufen. So you hear that and they ask, what does the person want to buy? Then you answer 2 tomatoes. That's really like comprehension, auditive comprehension. And then, so I said speaking, writing, listening, and reading. So this is just normal comprehension. You read a text and then you have to answer the questions as well. So they test these 4 things: writing, which is a lot of grammar, writing sentences, or writing a short essay. They test your speaking. You speak about yourself. You speak about whatever topic that they give you. They also test your listening and then also your reading skills. So that's why I encourage you to start listening to German music, watching German TV, or reading German articles. The Deutsche Welle has a lot of that. You can really practice a lot of that. I'm not sure about speaking, to be honest. I'm not sure if you can really practice speaking well, but there are many opportunities. I'm sure you can find a German speaker somewhere and start learning German with them. You can also practice German with me if you want. We can look into that. And when you're in Germany, you shouldn't stop speaking German. You shouldn't just learn German for the sake of getting into Germany. When you're here, read the articles, listen to German TV, German radio, watch German TV, speak with the locals. That's really what I do. I learned German at an institute in Belgium for I think 6 months, and I got an A2 certificate. But since I've been in Germany, I've been learning German from the locals. I'm speaking with a lot of people. I'm reading almost every magazine or newspaper that comes in our post. I'm listening to German TV, and I'm listening to German radio, listening to German TV. And honestly, the first month that I stayed in Germany, I stayed at my parents in law's place, my grandparents in law's place. And for a whole month, all I had was German. We watched German TV, we spoke German. At work, it was mainly German, but also English. So dive into German when you hear swim in the language. It's going to help you a long way. Do not be there looking for other internationals, because otherwise, what you came for, you will not really be able to achieve. So that's why I would say that you should really dive into the language. I hope this video was informative to you. Like I said, it was a bit longer, and honestly, I forgot to drink. Um, I'm gonna have my tea soon because this short. But I hope this video is informative to you. If you have any questions or any comments, comment in the section. I look forward to seeing them, to responding to them. And if there's anything that I missed, please feel free to contact me. And again, if you have more specific questions, please do not be afraid to make a one-on-one appointment with me. I am there to help you, to coach you at a cost. I am there for you. And my costs are honestly not expensive. So feel free to reach out to me, then we can get into the one-on-one basis of all these things. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.